How do you know that your dog is loyal to you? Where's the proof? Sign number 7. One of the most evident signs of a dog's loyalty is their desire to be near you at all times, no matter what room you're in. They will slink in after you like a shadow. While this might seem odd, especially when you're trying to enjoy a private moment, there is a logic to it. It all stems back to their natural pack instincts. In the wild, staying close to the leader ensures safety. And in your house, you are the leader of the pack. If they're following you around like a bad smell, it means they see you as so much more than just an owner. They see themselves as part of their club. In fact, the leader of the club. That's a level of loyalty that even money can't buy. Sign number 6. It is something of a stereotype, but every pup parent will be familiar with a certain rather magical feeling. You've had a long day, you're desperate to get home. Kick off your shoes and put your feet up. You finally get there, you pop your key in the lock, and the second you do, you immediately hear your beloved best pal on the other side of the door race to come greet you. And then the second you push the door open, they lose their mind to see you. They freak out like you're the most famous actor in the world, and they are your biggest fan. They bounce from wall to wall like a pinball, twirling and spinning like a little kid at their first ballet lesson. Maybe they wag their tails. Maybe they bark joyfully. They're so excited to see you back because they see you as an integral piece of their world. They are loyally devoted to you, and they are overjoyed to have you back in the house where you belong. Sign number 5. Another all-time classic example of dog loyalty is when they give you one of their toys. It might seem kind of odd at first. You don't have much use for a cuddly toy sheep, so why does your dog pick it up in their teeth and dump it at your feet? Is it a gift? Well, that's kind of rude, right? Because you're the one who gave it to them, so they're just re-gifting it to you. What you have to bear in mind is your dog doesn't have much. In fact, their piles of toys are pretty much all they have. So the fact that they are willing to give some of it up and hand it over to you is a seriously big deal. Think of it like this. Those toys are a finite resource, the only resource they have access to. Yet they're willing to hand some of it over to you. It's like having nothing but bread, not even money to buy more bread, but choosing to give some of that bread to a friend, even though that means you'll have less bread. Your dog is letting you know that you're part of the pack, which means you get to share their resources with them. Even if you have no real need for a cuddly sheep, they don't know that. They're just sharing what they've got. It's a significant gesture of trust and loyalty, and something of an invitation into their inner circle. Sign number 4. Physical closeness, such as leaning against you, is another sign of loyalty. Why? Well, I've got a whole video on this subject, so I won't waffle on this much. You can check out that video once we're done here. But in short, a dog leaning against you is their way of hugging you, and they'd only hug you if they felt close to you. Feeling emotionally close makes them want to be literally close, and if that's not a sign of loyalty and devotion, nothing is. Sign number 3. Now it's time for a few things I've not covered on this channel recently, and this first one is kind of obvious. But simply put, if your dog prioritizes being around you over being with others, they are loyal to you. Most dogs, and if we may mention their rivals, cats as well, will pick a favorite person they gravitate towards. If you live alone with them, no other pesky humans getting in the way and ruining everything, there's pretty much a 100% chance you're their fave person. After all, you're the one who feeds them and walks them. That makes you a billion times better than their arch nemesis, that dreaded postman. But if there are several people in your home, you might have noticed that your dog chooses one of you to be extra obsessed with. That's their favorite. If they are choosing to revel in the presence of that person more than anyone else, then their loyalty is with them. Normally, this will be the member of the family who feeds them the most food and takes them on the most walks. It makes sense. Food and walkies are a pretty big deal in the dog world. Of course, they're going to gravitate to whoever's dealing those out the most. But if there are children in the house, you might have noticed your dog will spend more time with them than you. This means your dog is more loyal to the kids than you. And that's not a bad thing. They basically identified that it's the children who are the most vulnerable and in need of care. So they've gravitated to who they focus on. When a dog is super loyal, they will choose the presence of their favorite person over literally everything. Not just other people, even when other exciting things are happening. For instance, if you're at a park with friends and your dog constantly stays by your side rather than exploring or playing with others, that is a profound testament to their deep bond with you. This shows that even when there is fun to be had, they'd much rather stand at your side, relishing in the comfort that being in your presence provides. Sign number 2. When you're happy, does your dog get all excited and join in with the fun? When you're sad, does your dog rush over to comfort you? This isn't just a weird coincidence. Dogs read our emotions. They sense how we're feeling and adjust their behavior accordingly. This is especially true of the human they feel the most bonded with and most loyal to. Your face will become like their favorite book, something they can read with ease. They will have spent so much time staring at you. We've all spotted our dogs watching us like we're a hit movie full of great twists, that they know our every micro expression than we do. If your dog is truly, deeply loyal, they will almost seem psychic at times, giving you the exact energy and vibes you needed from them the most. This empathetic behavior is a clear showcase of their deep connection and commitment to your well-being. But if this doesn't sound like your dog, don't worry too much. This is a level of connection that takes time to reach and is more common in older dogs who've built a relationship with their pet parent over many years. So just be patient, and you will get there. Sign number 1. But if being in sync with your emotions is a skill your dog learns over time, there's another display of loyalty that is the direct opposite. Sometimes they don't have to learn because it has been baked into their genetics for centuries, and that's being protective, loyally standing by their humans and defending them from life's great many dangers, including those they've imagined. It's a classic hallmark of the most loyal of dogs. Be it frantically barking at strangers, perfectly positioning themselves between you and someone they perceive to be a threat, whether that person is a threat or not, or just generally being alert to random and sudden sounds. These actions demonstrate their instinct to keep you safe, something they see as paramount to their being. You are the pack leader, so you must be defended and protected at all costs. Not to undermine anything else on this list, but it is the most clear-cut sign of utter devotion from your pooch to them all. They simply would not expend energy behaving like this, valiantly defending you, unless they were as loyal to you as the leave Britney alone guy was to Britney. In many cases, this even extends to guarding you when you eat, rather adorably when there's no threat at all. You're not exactly in danger when you're just casually eating a lasagna for one in the kitchen while listening to Taylor Swift, are you? But it's because back in the days of them being wild animals, when they and their human would be sleeping in the great outdoors, when their humans stopped to eat, they would be vulnerable to attack. So their dogs would stand on guard, ensuring to protect their beloved human. Centuries later, if your dog is truly devoted, that instinct is still in them, and they remain ready to defend you while you eat. Even if instead of sitting in the cold outdoors, you're having a risotto with a glass of wine and the heating on. That's how you know your dog is loyal to you, that you are their favorite person. Beware though, your dog's fave person can change overnight, as this next video reveals.